I wanted to add one thing because and I don't know if the fellas will agree, but I want to pose this. I think sometimes we say often that men are not taught how to communicate their feelings, and I don't think that that's accurate. I think what the real accurate manifestation of what we're experiencing is that men are often taught that their feelings are less important than women's feelings. And so specifically when dealing with women, men tend to not communicate their feelings because inherently we believe it's our responsibility to attend to your feelings and that ours are less important. But I don't think that the same dynamic exists when men communicate with men. There's really no barrier to expressing emotion. Guys say what they feel, do get into fights, yell, argue, whatever. Guys will cry around their guy friends, laugh. All the depth of emotions are experienced. I just think particularly around women, a lot of us, especially from our moms, are conditioned to be like, well, mom's sad, mom might be sad right now, you need to be a man. Your little sister might be sad right now, you need to protect her, you need to be responsible for her. And by constantly being in those dynamics, we're constantly being taught and conditioned to put our feelings on the back burner when dealing with women specifically. Even in school, if a girl's crying, the class stops. If you both raise your hand, the girl usually gets picked first. It's just like if you both got to go to the bathroom, the teacher's usually gonna send the girl to the bathroom first. And when we constantly get that reinforcement, it makes guys go, okay, well, there's a woman involved. Let me just keep let me not say nothing. Let me just keep it to myself, or let me be careful about how I express myself because it could hurt her feelings. And then that's a big deal if it hurts her feelings because her feelings are so important and mine aren't. So I think that conditioning or like breaking that conditioning in boys will lead to better communication between men and women in the long run.
Cloud, let me ask you a question. Do you think that men have a better time of protecting women's feelings or protecting women's mental security?
I'm not sure if I really understand how to answer that question. Do we do better at protecting women's? Can you ask it again?
Do you believe that men have a better time controlling and protecting women's feelings or protecting and controlling women's mental well being?
I'll probably say mental well-being more than feelings.
The reason why I asked that is because although I will never negate anybody's feelings, right? Because that's something that you're experiencing at the moment. But however, that sometimes does not last. I find that most people at times, are making permanent decisions over temporary feelings.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Breaking a car window, saying something out of, disrespectful, right? Weaponizing something that someone told you privately, right? Because you feel a certain type of way. But when you're protecting somebody's w- mental well being, you're actually saying things to ensure that they stay within a calm and zen manner, right? I'm enforcing a positive reinforcement in you so
mhm.
you don't bog down into your feelings, which then create this cycle of unrivalry. Sorry, excuse me.
And what I meant by communicate their feelings, I guess I should have said identify their feelings. Most men, when they're hurt by a woman, do they show anger most of the time? When at least when dealing with men, I see anger versus he's sad. I see frustration versus he's confused. I don't see the emotion that he's actually feeling and dealing with. So when they tend to articulate it, we tend to articulate the I tend to look well, I used to look at the actual emotion versus, okay, what is it that he's trying to say? Because once I realized what he's trying to say, oh, wait, that has nothing to do with anger. That could be insecurity, or that could be pain, or that could be, and when I say insecurity, when you look up insecurity, it means to not feel safe. So that's what I mean by insecurity. It's something that I'm doing that's making him not feel safe. And to me, when you don't feel safe, if you're addressing it like, oh yeah, da 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 da, where I'm from, well, shit, you addressing it like that when you don't feel safe. Now I got to protect myself. So now I'm finna get, you feel me? Because You getting like that. And just because when I try to talk to other women or other people, if I'm like how you said, if I come with the womanly approach, oh, why you want to fight me? Okay, is it cool that I? Oh, now they think I'm a lick. So now since I see how you come in, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I meant by like don't know how I feel like because talking to y'all, this is a breath of fresh air just based on where I'm from. And I feel like where I'm at in life, I see the problem, like the people that's the problem in our community, and I deal with them a lot. So that's why I said that they don't know how to identify those emotions and then effectively communicate because they were never given the opportunities when they were little. Like you said, the little boy, the little girl in the classroom, you gonna talk to her, what happened? Woo woo. But the little boy, he's not gonna get that same experience for him to even learn how to, deal with that type of emotion. So that's what I meant by that.
I know
Uh,
Jesus.
hey,
I
God,
just want
we
to
gonna
yeah.
let Pink talk because she just came up here, so we're gonna give her the opportunity to speak.
Hey guys. I just wanted to give a real quick side from like a more awkward standpoint. I was raised by two complete and utter introverts. I've never seen my parents have friends. I've never seen them hang out or go out or and I'm exactly like that. Like I'm like at home all the time. I don't have any stories of um how you reminisce. I have friends for 10, 20 years. I don't have any stories about hanging out back when we were young. I didn't do any of that. And now that I'm an adult, I still don't do any of that. And I say all of that to say, um, it's it's not necessarily that um women get the victim role or what we do, but it's not necessarily that it's like either side's fault, I guess. Like it's not men's fault that they can't speak to women or they don't feel comfortable opening up to women. And it's not really women's fault that they're like, oh, I got to go to my man for this, that, and the third. It's just, it's been indoctrinated for so long that it just seems like the natural order of things. And I usually don't say this, but in this particular sense, I will. We have to stop looking at it as men and women and start looking at it as we are people who need to get this shit out. We have to talk. You have to talk. Men, you have to talk. I'm every now and again, I have to ask my male friends. I send out a mass text. I say, how are y'all? What y'all up to? What y'all doing? Are y'all okay? Mental health check in. Because people forget about men because y'all are quote unquote the stronger ones. Like people just look to men like, okay, they got it, they can handle it, they can, and it's not always the case. It's not. Y'all have to talk. It's hard. It's difficult. Y'all are not used to it. Talk. If y'all feel like y'all getting on somebody's nerves, oh well. Y'all feel like y'all are weak, oh well. Talk. Get it out. Y'all have to. Because we're going to. But y'all have to do it. We need y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no us without y'all. Get it out. And not just to each other. Get it out.